I recently revisited Horizon Zero Dawn. The last time I played it was probably around 2018, and now in 2025, I've just finished the remaster. After spending over 60 hours streaming it, I got the itch to talk about how good this game really is. So here is my review of Horizon Zero Dawn 8 years later. Let's start with the obvious. Yes, this game is beautiful. The remaster is truly the most stunning game I have ever seen. While many argued that the remaster wasn't needed, I personally found it a significant improvement, from the lighting to the textures to the way the world glows. There's a lot of fucking lens flare in this game, and I don't know if that's due to the remaster or the game itself, but there's a lot of that. The snow is thick, the rain is dense. You can see wind tear across dunes and ice terrain. You'll see snow fall off tree branches, and you yourself make an impact in the snow and sand. Big machines can topple trees or even shatter rocks. Usually this attention to detail is not something I care about, unless I already consider a game in high standards. This game is absolutely beautiful, and it makes me appreciate the smaller details. But I will say, talking about Horizon Zero Dawn feels really strange. When Forbidden West released, the Horizon series has kind of faded out of relevancy. Maybe it's because Forbidden West was locked behind the PS5 launch, which barely anybody could get. And of course, there was the odd controversy where people complained about Aloy, that she was ugly, which is really dumb. But moving on, what is Horizon Zero Dawn about? It's set in a post-apocalyptic future overrun by robotic creatures. You play as Aloy, a young hunter searching for her origins. She learns that she's a clone of Dr. Elizabeth Sobek, a scientist from the old world, and helped create Gala, an AI designed to restore Earth after a rogue AI named Hades threatened to wipe out all life. The whole story is basically Aloy finding secrets and discovering herself, and basically becoming a badass hero along the way. While the story has a lot of weight and meaning, Aloy's journey from outcast to hero, the themes of identity and loss. The real star of the game isn't the narrative, it's the world, it's the gameplay, the machines. The world of Horizon is visually and conceptually unique. You'll travel through deserts, jungles, snow peaks, swamps, grasslands, and across ruined cities swallowed by nature. The blend of tribal aesthetics and futuristic tech gives Horizon a visual identity unlike any other game out there. The ruins, the overgrowths, it all feels believable and mysterious. But the main appeal, the thing that blows expectations out of the water, is the combat and machine design. Combat in Horizon is deeply rewarding. Every machine has a weakness and a component. Hitting these parts triggers satisfying sound effects, bursts of XP, and dopamine. My favorite strategy? Fire. Set a machine ablaze, it panics, maybe it overheats, maybe a canister explodes, maybe it will trigger a chain reaction that sets the entire battlefield alight. There's a wide range of tools, slingshots of explosives, bows with tear blasts, arrows that rip apart armor, tripcaster for trapping and stunning, even a flamethrower. You can slow time briefly for precise shots, though I barely used it because slow-mo on mouse and keyboard just felt off for me. Machines can stagger, collapse, and sometimes just drop in hilarious fashion. Watching a flying Glinthawk crash to the ground never gets old. When a Thunderjaw staggers and you blow off its disc launchers to use against it, mwah, chef's kiss. In fact, a lot of machines have weapons that if you shoot off, you can use it against them. They don't have unlimited ammo, and I barely fucking ever used them, but when I did, damn, they were strong. And the machines themselves, they are the best mechanical creature designs in entertainment media. In most games and movies, robots are either humanoid, bulky, or too sleek. In Horizon, they're just animals, and for a reason. They serve an ecological function. The machines are just remnants of Gaia's terraforming subroutines. They look the way they do because it makes sense, and that lore to design connection is fantastic. Invisible lizards, ram-like mounts, crocodile-like snapmoirs, straight up robot dinosaurs like the Longneck and the Thunderjaw, and if you've seen Forbidden West, it gets even wilder with snakes and a fucking Spinosaurus machine. In the DLC, there are ice bears which turn their metal into shards of ice, making them more lethal and intimidating. There's even a Sawtooth-esque machine that acts like a flamethrower and even launched itself at you. It is fucking incredible. Yes, please. And one thing to also mention is the soundtrack. The soundtrack is incredible too. But also, Horizon has a climbing mechanic very similar to games such as Assassin's Creed, or more like Uncharted. It feels rather gimmicky, but it just works. Most of the time, it definitely feels like they used climbing to lengthen the quests. Other times, it makes travel to side quests, scenic vantage points, or collectibles more satisfying to get. Also, Also, remember climbing up a tall structure to synchronize in Assassin's Creed? Well, you can do that in Horizon, but instead you are scaling a massive moving machine. The climbing is simple, but you get one hell of a view at the end. No Assassin's Creed game has ever made me soak in the view as much as Horizon has. Horizon's presentation is unmatched. Maybe the only game that came close was Assassin's Creed Unity. And despite its scale, Horizon Zero Dawn doesn't feel bloated. Sure, the side quests aren't amazing and can get a little bit repetitive at times, but they are very passable and fill the game with a bunch of things to do. The overall game loop is satisfying, and by the end, I was still craving for more, to the point where I've nearly done absolutely everything in the game. Now, the story and characters, that's where the game dips a bit. The lore, absolutely incredible, but the cast, hit or miss. Aloy, Silence, Erend, Hades, Hayless. They range from mid to cliche. The story is serviceable with strong moments and good sequences, but if you're here for like some emotionally investment, I wouldn't really say that's it. Sure, the story still has meaning. Aloy starts as a motherless outcast, ridiculed and underestimated. She grows, finds answers, suffers loss, and in the end becomes a hero. And yeah, there's a lot of girl boss energy throughout. If that bothers you, well, that's your problem. Like, I don't know, man. I just want to shoot robots as a cute ginger. I don't see any problem here. In the end, Horizon Zero Dawn is a fantastic game. The remaster makes it shine brighter than ever, so I'm really happy that Horizon Zero Dawn has held up and been much better than I expected. While the story is not the best, especially considering it's a Sony exclusive, the world and the machines and the combat is top tier. For me, this isn't just a great game, it's a very, very special one, and I consider it to be one of my favorites now. So that's obviously why I made this video. I usually don't like making scripts. My brain's already overheating and about to explode just reading out this, so I appreciate you all watching this video, and if you want to watch me play through the game, there'll be a video on the main channel about that, and also follow my Twitch as I play a bunch of different games and hopefully soon to be Horizon Forbidden West. Anyway, catch you in the next one. Bye bye.